What's up, y'all? It's your girl Sakina, and I'm back with another review. This is my review for the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. This is season 14, episode 9. Again, make sure that you watch the replay of the Whether You Like It or Not Beverly Hills panel. It came on last night, so if you did not catch it live, make sure that you go and watch the replay. It was hosted by Scotty. Yeah, I think it was Scotty. Oh, my camera looks a little crooked. I want to say thank y'all so much for all the nice comments that you all have left under my Potomac video. If you don't watch Potomac or if you haven't seen the video, I gave a little life update, a real live update that I got let go from my job after 8 years. And everybody was just sharing their thoughts and just being super nice. And I really appreciate that. Shout out to the 2 subscribers that left me cash apps. Like, you definitely don't have to do that, but I'm extremely grateful for it. Thank you, Apple Charm, and I think her name is Denise. Hold on one sec. Yeah, Denise. I don't want to say your last name on here, but you know who you are. If you go by a particular name on YouTube, definitely put a comment under so I can know who you are and, you know, associate your cash app donation to your subscriber name. But I definitely appreciate that. You all are super kind and just made me feel warm, and I'm gonna get back to everybody, okay? Being interactive with y'all is something that I really enjoy, and I have to come to the reality that I have definitely been slipping when it comes down to it. Engagement is very important to me. Sometimes I am like, oh my gosh, I didn't get a lot of comments, just to be transparent. But I also feel like my interactions have a lot to do with it too. So, especially with the kind words, I want to make it my duty to respond back to everybody. So yeah, just give me some time. But every comment is not going unnoticed. I really appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. And y'all, I am okay. I'm not sad about it or anything. I'm just taking it for what it is, and we're moving on. I am going to take some time to myself, relax, and then get back to it. But trust me, I'm not around here moping around or anything like that. So let's go ahead and get into this episode. It starts off with Kyle. She's at home by herself. You know, it's lonely. She has a big family. Typically, somebody's at home. Portia stayed the night with Mauricio, and so she's calling her to see how she's doing. And Portia is like, I'm going to meet up with my sisters later for lunch. Kyle was like, oh, really? Where and what time? As soon as she asked that, I already knew what she was up to. And Portia's like, well, I don't know. Well, can you let me know so I can show up? She said her sisters. She doesn't want you to come. And her hesitation in her voice is an indication that she does not want you to come. You are not one of her sisters. And in her confessional, Kyle is saying that she knows that the girls want to spend time amongst themselves to talk about everything that's going on, being the divorce and things. And she's like, hello, you know, you can call me. As a sibling, you should understand that. Sometimes they don't want parental advice or parental input. Sometimes they just want to be very blunt with each other, say what they have to say without filtering themselves, without worrying about hurting somebody's feelings, or, you know, whatever. Sometimes you just need to debrief and say what the hell you need to say, raw and uncut. And being a sibling, you understand that. Sometimes even though I'm not super close to my siblings like that, unfortunately, but I am the oldest, and then I have a younger brother, and we are a year apart. We have the same mom and the same dad. Our 2 younger siblings, we all have the same dad, but the younger 2 have different moms. So sometimes when we're going through stuff with our parents, we call each other because we can relate. We grew up in the same household. We have the same parents. Sometimes, nobody else understands you like your sibling when it comes down to family issues. So let your girls have their moment and stop trying to intrude. Yes, we understand that you're lonely, but girl, figure something else out. Find a hobby or something, because your daughters are growing up. And I know that's hard to, you know, to go through and experience on top of going through a separation and a potential divorce. But baby, you got to find something else. Those girls are growing up and they leaving the nest. speaking of leaving the nest, a bird keep hitting her window trying to get in the house. I'm like, girl, I don't know what that's about, but yeah, you might need to look into that. That might be some type of symbolism. But she gets on the phone with Erica, and they were talking. Erica was saying that everybody needs to butt out of the issues between Kyle and Dorit. And Kyle was like, yeah, I just don't understand that. Is it a cult or something? Y'all are on a reality show, an ensemble cast, and y'all all get in each other's business. Y'all do that. Y'all did that to Denise. Y'all did it to Erica. The ladies have done it to your sisters, Kathy and Kim, in which you let happen, Kyle. So let's not try to act like this is just some type of one-off situation where they're only jumping you. Everybody can get it on the show, and you know that. You just think because you are the queen bee or the OG of the cast that can't nobody say nothing to you, and that's not the case. Bose and Dorit, they meet up, and they start talking about the Kyle and Dorit situation. Bose is like, I need some things cleared up because according to Kyle, she keeps saying that she didn't know anything about the issues that you and PK had, but then it sounds like she was told. Like, what's going on with that? Dorit says she definitely told Kyle. She told a few people that she was close to. Kyle was one of them. We actually seen that last season, or episode 1, where they both talked about their relationships and how their marriages are in these gray areas. We also seen Dorit and PK in therapy and how he handled the whole robbery situation and everything else. So there was definitely some issues. Kyle even said at the Viper Room that Erica told her that there was some issues between her and PK, but under the same breath, she's saying she doesn't know anything. And then they showed a flashback of them on, what was that, Oceanside, when they went on the trip with Kathy, where Erica did give her a little tidbit of Dorit and PK not being on good terms. So you know that they're not on good terms. And then you, on top of that, you keep lying and saying that you didn't know anything. And then you're lying saying that you're not having any type of interactions with him, but the text message that you read shows otherwise. So yeah, you're lying. And it's just a lot for Dorit. And she's like, I didn't know about any type of separation between me and PK until the day that he told me he wants to take some time apart. It was me, him, and his sponsor. His sponsor was his mouthpiece. And it had her thinking, okay, so was this the sponsor's idea and PK is just going with it? Or was this PK's idea and the sponsor, you know, said it? She said she don't know. She still don't know to this day. And I can understand where she's coming from with that, because with me being laid off, I would talk to my friends and family and they're like, did you ask this? Did you ask that? And I'm like, no, I didn't ask anything. I didn't have anything to say because I was so stunned and my brain was working a mile a minute as she's telling me that I'm, you know, getting terminated. My mind is like, I just blew a check in Detroit. I just paid $200 to get a new key copy, in which got taken care of yesterday. I don't know if I put that in my Potomac review, but yeah, I did lose my car key along the trip, and so I don't have an original copy. I think I did say that. So yeah, I got that taken care of yesterday. And then to get my car out of the airport parking deck was $114. I had to pay the $114 yesterday. So it's a lot. Like, my mind just started going as far as like my expenses and things of that sort. So I didn't ask any questions. So I'm not going to give her a hard time for that, because I truly understand that when you get some information that just kind of takes you aback, you need time to process stuff, and then the questions start to come in. But she said that she's very protective over PK, and so she wouldn't tell her parents when they were at odds and things, and she just feels like, you did me like this, and I've been looking out for you all these years. And Bose was like, yeah, I definitely would need my time back. Child, it's a gamble being in love. Garcelle gets on FaceTime with Sutton, and they're getting ready to go to dinner with Kyle later that night. And they're both suspicious, like, girl, what is this about? Especially knowing that we are all meeting up tomorrow. Garcelle invited all of the ladies to her beach house for the first time, and they're gonna have drinks and everything else. And so Garcelle's like, when the last time Kyle pull something like this? Like, what is this even about? So they feel like this is like a prep talk, you know, a way to rally up her troops and for the ladies to protect and defend her and all of this. So they really don't trust it. And Garcelle was like, what you think Erica feels about all of this? Sutton was like, Erica's going to be like, well, if you don't want to read the text, then don't. And if you want to run out, leave. Erica has really been irritating me, even in the scene in the beginning of the episode when she was talking to Kyle on the phone. Like, girl, you put yourself in the middle, and we use that lightly. And I know the girls both, you know, was feeding her information, but you didn't stop them from doing that. And then you also did not play a good middle person. You were definitely on the side of Kyle to the point where now Dorit even sees that. So it's time for this dinner. Garcelle gets there first. It's her and Kyle. And they talk about the text message, or just the last time they seen each other, which was at Bo's house and Kyle storming out and things. She felt like Bo's asked her, no, she felt like Sutton asked her to show the text message, and that's not what happened. Bo's is the one who asked to show the text message. Sutton came in and chimed in and told you that what you were reading to Bo's is not what you said, or what you were saying to Bo's is not what you read off at Chuck E. Cheese. So then it's kind of like she started getting the story all mixed up, because she then thought that Dorit had all the girls sit in a circle so she can read the text. Baby, you volunteered to have the girls sit in a circle and read the text. You said you're going to read it and then you're going to leave. You took it upon yourself to do that. It had you just kept it a buck when this was questioned to begin with, then you wouldn't have to sit here and do all of that. If you would have just read the text when Dorit asked at the Viper Room, then you wouldn't have to sit here and do all of that. So this is all on you, and this is your fault. I'm with Garcelle when she said that you're the one who said it. When you say that you would never say or repeat what he said and you never will, it implies that y'all talked about more than memes and jokes. So now Kyle is saying, because remember she said this in her confessional, but now she's saying this to somebody in the scene, that of course knowing somebody for 7 to 8 years, y'all talk about more than memes and jokes. And Garcelle was like, well, it's fine if you just keep it a buck and say that, you know, I was mad at you, Dorit. Yeah, I talked a little shit. Like, that's normal. But Kyle don't know how to keep it a buck. She claims that they was never talking about Dorit. So what was y'all talking about? Because you said that y'all saying marital jokes and memes. So you mean to tell me that y'all, in the heat of these situations, that never led to you talking shit about, well, she probably never talked shit about Mauricio the way she be acting, but this never led to y'all having conversations about PK and Dorit? This also goes back to, there's no way that you didn't know that they didn't have any issues, because clearly there's some type of confiding between you and PK. So you know that there are issues between them. I don't believe anything that Kyle is saying. And you know, when people lie, when people be lying, it's like, are you not embarrassed by that? Like, you know that this is on TV, this is recorded, and even when it's not, like, you don't be embarrassed that you be lying so much. I don't get liars. Like, I don't get liars. I don't understand that. Now, yes, have I told a liar too? Yeah, you know, somebody asked me if they look good or something. Yeah, you know, just to not, you know, avoid hurting somebody's feelings. But when it comes down to storytelling, baby, that's when the truth really matters, baby. You need to be getting shit accurately. People be just lying and knowing damn well that it's not the truth. And I'll be like, are you, like, something must be going on up here. Like, what is your game for lying? It actually creeps me out, and it makes me a little leery. See? And this just goes back to what I was saying, because now Kyle is saying that she's been scrutinized. Her marriage has been scrutinized, her sexuality, and now come these accusations and questioning on, you know, what's going on between her and PK. And she feels like she doesn't like when her character is questioned. In her confessional, she's saying that she prides herself on being a truthful person. Girl. But you know that you're lying. You know that you're lying. Yet you want to pride yourself on being a truthful person. Shout out to production. Shout out to production, because they gave you that good old flashback, which further supports what I was saying in the last scene with her and Erica, when she's talking about, oh, is this a cult? Why is everybody in this? Blah, blah, blah. But they also showed you being the ringleader. And also, it's you saying out of your own mouth that things need to be discussed in this group. When it came to Denise, a person that I referenced. When it came to Erica, another person that I referenced. You out your mouth is saying that there's things that need to be discussed amongst this group. But when it comes down to you, it's so frustrating you can't do it and you want to walk out. I bet you agree with Denise now more than ever. Because Denise said everything don't need to be discussed. But according to you, it did. Well, they hold your feet to the fire, so speak the hell up. Say what it is, Miss Truth Teller. So Erica and Sutton get there. Sutton then cropped her top, child. She had the little tie up in the back. Then I was looking at Erica walking up with her heels on. Y'all, I finally found some thigh-high boots that support these little legs of mine. My calves are so small, y'all. And that's the problem. So I have small calves. So when it comes down to tall boots, I don't wear them because I don't like the space in between the leg. But after doing some research and also measuring my leg, because I was like, I don't want to go to Detroit and it be snowing and I'm wearing suede boots and then my boots get all wet. Like, I didn't want that. So I found me some faux leather boots from 9 West. Okay? So for the skinny girls who got small calves, I got you. Okay? Who looking for a tall boot, I got you. Let me know and I'll put the information in the comments, girl. Okay? Because we got us one, baby. But I was looking at her little legs like, girl, damn, I feel like her legs might be smaller than mine. My calf circumference is 12 inches. But anyway, they get there and Kyle said that she wanted to apologize to the girls for the way that she acted in her delivery. She said she still stands on what she said at Bo's house, but the way that she said it and acted, she wanted to apologize. Sutton was like, baby, you said too many words and I got lost in the reason why you apologizing. What's the reason again? So Kyle was like, you know, I felt bad by the way that I acted, but I feel like I didn't have any ill intent with those text messages and I feel like I didn't do anything wrong. Here she go again with that. I didn't do anything wrong. So Sutton in her confessional was like, I want Kyle to apologize for setting herself to a higher standard than everybody else, or set herself to a different standard than everybody else. I want her to recognize that she is the same as everybody else and that she needs to take accountability. I'm with you, Sutton. I'm with you. I'm with you. I'm with you and I'm with you. And I hope that you say this in this scene because this is something that she needs to hear. Baby, Sutton is on that ass. She asking her again, like, girl, what did you apologizing for? Like, can you tell me, like, what was said at Bo's house that you are apologizing for, baby? Kyle couldn't even tell you what she said. And then she was like, even Garcelle tried to help her out, like, you know, shame on you. You did shame them, said they was too old to be behaving this way and all of that. And so Kyle couldn't remember what she said. So she was like, you know what? I just apologize for all of it. Girl, a blanketed statement? A blanketed apology? No, it don't work like that, girl. And so Erica's feeling some type of way that Sutton is putting the pressure on Kyle because Kyle is choking, baby. She can't really give any type of response, like a well response. And so she feels like Sutton needs to give Kyle a break because when she was going through her divorce, she's sure that Sutton wasn't the nicest. Garcelle wasn't the nicest. Hell, she sent out an email blasting her husband and his cheatations. And so she just feels like, girl, you need to cut her some slack. I mean, but the divorce is not the reason why she acting like this. She's just backed into a corner and she know that she lying. So the way to get out of it, she flips and starts acting out and storming away, acting like, you know, crying white woman tears, doing what she do. So even Kyle was like, you know, that's not me. I don't behave that way. Girl, we 14. We 14 seasons, 14 years into this show. Stop playing with us. We've seen you flip out. This is nothing new. So please, cut the bull. But she said that she feels like they should act better and all this other stuff. I'm like, well, I mean, that's the whole point of Sutton trying to do this whole sisterhood thing. Hold each other accountable. Don't get upset when, you know, it's your turn for your feet to get held to the fire and all of that. Don't walk away. That was her whole motive, her whole thing for the sister bond, sisterlyhood and all of that. But, okay, Kyle. The girls realize that she is doing that to kind of smooth things over. And Sutton said, she's just afraid that it's going to be brought up at Garcelle's house tomorrow. And she want her allies. Erica might be a minion, but one thing about it, Sutton and Garcelle, we are not. I know that's right, Sutton. Call it out, girl. You get back on my good side, bitch. Okay? Because you and Garcelle started off real rocky this season, and you know y'all my girls. But it sounds like y'all coming back. Y'all starting to see the light because y'all was drinking the cow Kool-Aid. I'm not even going to lie. Y'all was definitely giving minion auditions as well. But y'all see that she full of shit and it snapped y'all back into reality. Yeah. Understand that Kyle was never your friend. So the ladies all go to Kyle's house and they're going to ride out to Garcelle's together. And Bose gets there and she was expecting some type of apology, you know, along the way after Kyle stormed out of her house. She hasn't spoken to her since. Why does my jacket look so crazy on camera? Maybe I should have did that a long time ago. I don't know. It's something about these lashes. I put these lashes on just to kind of, you know, spruce myself up. And I'm like, ugh, kind of wish I didn't. I don't wear lashes like that no more, y'all. Only on, like, special occasion if I'm going somewhere. If I'm going out to dinner with, you know, friends or something like that. But I don't know. Just don't like the way I look. Anywho, what was I saying? Yeah. So Bose was expecting some type of apology or something. She didn't receive any of that from Kyle. And Dorit gets there. You know, she's also in Kyle's house. They have not been getting along. And they're asking her how she's feeling. She's like, my son asked me today if me and PK got a divorce. And she was like, no, why would you think that? He said, did you post something on Instagram? Their separation post. And she was like, marriages have their ups and downs, you know, whatever. And he was like, well, will y'all always be friends? And she said, yeah. So then here comes Kyle. She was like, can I ask you something? And I'm like, no, you cannot ask because you're an op. And you already know that. You might run and hear this information and go tell PK and y'all be texting and everything else like y'all typically do. So no, I don't feel, I wasn't wanting Dorit to entertain Kyle, but then here comes Sutton cutting off Dorit and saying, oh, well, you know, Garcelle wants us to have a really good time and basically put all their differences aside and was like, we gotta go. And Sutton, Dorit's like, I mean, you rudely interrupted me. And Sutton's like, okay, well, we gotta go. And Erica's like, girl, that was rude. She was saying that in her confessional. And Kyle even said it too. Like, Sutton has strict rules for everybody, but sets different rules for herself. Twin them, okay? Y'all are one and the same. And it was just off-putting the way that Sutton was acting. Like, if you would have got cussed out, then you would have been crying. But Dorit wouldn't have been in the wrong because, girl, you doing too much. They get to Garcelle's house. Everybody is loving it. Jennifer gifts her with a Dolce & Gabbana toaster. That was nice. And they all head to the beach where she has everything laid out, a bar and everything. So Dorit goes to the bar. Kyle goes with her and was like, hey, can I have a conversation with you? Dorit's thing is, do you consider me a friend? She said yes. Do you want to maintain our friendship? She said yeah. And Dorit wants to do the same. And so she's like, where does your loyalty lie? Is it with me or is it with PK? Because if it's with me, then I would expect you to tell me what you and my husband have been discussing, anything that will help me with this separation. Again, Kyle is saying that they never talked about their marriage or anything like that. And she was like, I mean, but you saying things like you never repeat anything and you never will. Again, that's insinuating that y'all talked more about just jokes and memes. But Kyle is like, well, you know, that's just me telling him that I'm a trustworthy person. And, you know, I would never go back and tell something that was discussed. And we know your ass be lying and you're going to continue to lie. So, okay, whatever. They end up hugging it out. And I guess they're going to try to work it out. But, girl, they still ain't friends. So, they fall out along the way at some point. So, they eat dinner. Baby, it's 62 degrees. They at the beach, so you already know the wind is winding. Let's go back to the house. We can just squeeze in, even if we don't, you know, all fit at her table. I'm ready to go inside. My hair smacking me, wind smacking me, and everything else. I'm ready to go. My attitude is building up. Okay? Anyway, they're eating. Garcelle is asking a few game questions. She asked, what's the length you would go for $1 million? They was like, baby, $1 million ain't shit these days, so not far. Garcelle, she said that she done more for less. I said, have at it, girl. So they talk about love and all these things. Erica never been in love, and we seen that last season. Bo said that she's a lover girl, basically. And then she has this voice in her head that tells her to be careful. But she ignores it and throws rose petals over that voice. Okay. I mean, you getting fibroids removed and everything else so you can prepare your body to have a baby with this man that you only known for like 8 months. I mean, they are still together. She was on Watch What Happens Live. So people thinking that, you know, they broke up. That's not true. All right, Bows. Why you having them be careful thoughts? You ignoring them anyway, so it don't matter. So they then get these lanterns. You know, the little lanterns that you light. The only thing that I could think about is like the lanterns from Why Did I Get Married? Yeah. They are supposed to light those and show gratitude, put it in the air and everything. Like I said, it's windy as hell, okay? It's Windy City. And so Bose was trying to light hers. It ended up getting blown by the wind. The bartender or whoever he is, one of the staff members is chasing it. He never seems to get it. Then somebody else gets one. Then somebody else gets one. It blows. Listen, nobody got to light their lantern. Kyle about to pee on herself. Her lantern rips completely. It was a funny moment. And Kyle is in the sand and she like, oh my gosh. She laughing and she was like, ah, it's a bird. It's a dead bird. See, Uber, it happens. Beaches, dead birds. You see dead jellyfish, dead fish and everything. It is a part of nature. It happens, sis. Okay? So they all start running. And then somebody said there's more. So maybe there was multiple dead birds. Oh, baby, yeah, no. And it's cold and windy. Get me in the house, child. But it was a cute little ending. And Kyle was like, no, Garcelle said something about sisterhood. Baby, I was with Kyle. If I hear that motherfucking word one more time. But that was the end of the episode. But hold on, we about to get into the mid-season trailer and I'll come back to let y'all know what I think about that. Okay, so the mid-season trailer looks very promising. I'm very glad that we don't see more tension and arguments between Kyle and Dorit. So I think they are going to be at least cordial. for the remaining of the season. So I think we have chopped that officially this episode. Sutton, you look like you might be target. You might be the target again, honey, because you coming in hot yet again. Kathy and her antics pissing me off. Like, I'm so over her in this behavior. I don't know. I guess this, because she's so rich, she can do anything. Why are you in the way of Sutton's fashion show? This is not the first time she's done something like this. Not amused, not impressed. And yeah, just more of Sutton's behavior, more of Dorit's divorce and that whole process. Looks like we're going to get this scene between Kyle and Mauricio, and he's apologizing for hurting her. But are y'all going to give us details? Are y'all just going to be very vague in your responses and not tell us what he's done? Because if that's the case, save it. But anyway, I still got New York to do. Yeah, I got Housewives of New York reunion to do. I did not get a chance to watch the first part of the Salt Lake reunion. I'm probably going to have to do all of that into one because I know that part 2 came on yesterday. I'm playing a very big game of catch up. Like I said, I got a lot going on, so please just bear with me. And I got to go to my mom's job today. Y'all was trying to update my resume. I got officially kicked out of my work laptop. And so I don't have access to Word. Now, earlier at 6 a.m., I'm up trying to download this free version of Microsoft. And it sucks. I have a MacBook and it sucks. Like, I have limited features and everything. So I just did a trial run with Microsoft Office Suite. And it still sucks. So I'm like, okay, I have the updated version, right? So, did I say version? Version. And it just seems like I'm still not getting what I need. And I'm like, it makes me think that maybe Microsoft on a MacBook sucks. So, I'm going to my mom's office to tweak some things because I had it just right on my work laptop, but then it ended up dying. It died out of nowhere. I didn't even know the damn thing was dead. It might be a plot that they set up to get me out of the system. I don't know. But it ended up dying. And now, once it's rebooted, of course, it's gone now. And I can't gain access to the computer as a whole now. It won't accept my password or anything. So, yeah, now I got to go to my mom's office. Like, did we always have to pay for Microsoft? Was we paying for Microsoft back in the day? Because I promise you I don't remember doing that in the early 2000s. I remember it just came on the computer. Am I tripping or not? Like, at what point did we have to start paying for Microsoft? I don't know. But y'all, let's get down in the comments and talk. Do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And I will see y'all in the next one.